Hello, salut, and konnichiwa, mis amigos, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing a week 2 pick'em of NFL football, as well as try to go over a little bit more details of each of these games in anticipation of Sunday. So with that being said, let's get started. First up, we got Steelers and Patriots. Both of them, to be honest, had ugly games last week, but the Steelers ended up pulling it off. But they're going to be without TJ Watt. But the Patriots got motorboated by the Dolphins, so I'm not even sure how that will happen. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Steelers on that one. Colts and Jaguars. I'm picking Jaguars because they came down to it against the Washington Commanders last week. So I think that they'll end up pulling up what might be an upset over the Colts. Browns and Jets. I am a Jets fan. Excuse me. I am a Jets fan, as you know. The Browns did just enough last week to win against the Panthers. I think the Jets played really well, but their defense was on the field way too much. But with that in mind, and them stopping the Cleveland run for the most part, Baltimore's run last week, I'm picking the Jets this week. Yes, it's probably more so because of how I feel about the Jets, but we'll say that. Dolphins and Baltimore. Dolphins were really good last week. I'm pick the Dolphins. I think that they just don't have the speed on the back end to deal with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. And the Jets, the final score was 24-9, and the Jets could have easily gotten way more than that, but they themselves beat themselves. So in that regard, I'm picking the Dolphins. Denver and Texans, I think that's 425. This might be in Denver. I don't know. But in any event, I'm gonna pick Dangerous in Denver to beat the Texans. Buffalo over Titans, not even an issue. Bills win it, probably blowing them out. Go to the NFC side, and then we'll end with the interleague games. Go with Buccaneers versus Saints. Saints were in trouble against a bad Falcons team, so with that in mind, I'm picking the Buccaneers to win that one. Panthers and Giants both had very close games, except Giants pulled it off. I don't think they'll do that with the Panthers. Gonna pick the Panthers on that one. Washington and the Lions. The Lions lost by a field goal, and I believe I was watching the highlights of the game. I believe it came down to basically a fourth down conversion. But with that in mind, I'm going to pick the Lions over the Commanders. I don't think the Commanders are all that, and as good as Carson Wentz is, he still makes way too many mistakes. In a get-right game, I think the Rams pull it off for the Falcons. This should be in LA, but I don't know. Seahawks and Niners. Niners lost a rainy one with Trey Lance at the helm last week. Seahawks upset Broncos on the first Monday night of the year. I don't think they'll do it again though, and I'm going to pick the Niners on that one. Chicago, Green Bay. Honestly, with how bad Green Bay was last week, I'm going to pick Chicago. And Vikings and Eagles. That's going to be a tough one because the Vikings were really great through the air, and the defense of the Eagles did just enough, but they also let the Lions put up 35 on them, and they couldn't stop DeAndre Swift. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to pick the Eagles over. No, actually, sorry. scratch that. I'm gonna pick the Vikings over the Eagles in probably a shootout. Cardinals and Raiders. I think that the Raiders get right with this one, and they beat the Cardinals, Bengals, and Cowboys. As long as Joe Burrow doesn't give up the game, I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Bengals because they don't have Dak Prescott, the Cowboys. And that will be my pick'ems for this week. What's it on here? Whatever. With that said, we'll see how it goes, and I'll see you guys all next week for another Saturday. I will see you all next week for another Saturday Sports. Peace.